Alright, I'm back. I was just checking something. I forgot. It's been so long since I've done this that I forgot what I had to drop, and I have to drop anything I want. So I'm just gonna drop a HP 10 potion. Alright, hopefully we are able to do this. Fiodh dungeon can be rather annoying, but you know, it's a dungeon that we can actually res at, so it's not gonna be too hard because we need to res a bunch of times like Seer. We did that. I shouldn't do some of my source. I'll probably use my pets again to help me out in battle. I believe. Oh, these are even bossed me. Look at that. Okay, let's see what a full melee combo does against them. About half health. Okay. The good thing is you can enter this with a full party. So if you do feel like you want some help. Oops, that was the wrong button. I have Assault Slash, but it's on the wrong hotkey. I usually have it on. A minute. Sit in defense. 6 my hotkey real quick. I usually keep Assault Slash on F7, which and counterattack. Okay, yeah. This jackal seems to not really want to touch me. Oh, I forgot that short swords have very low stun. The faster the weapon is, the slower or the less time the stun lasts. So you have to be quick if you want to do stuff like your combo plus smash like I just did. Alright. There's Dungeon Key. When you do have this quest, I believe Fiodh will be easier to complete in general. Because I think there'll be less rooms, less mobs. I'm not entirely sure about that. But you can enter the full party, so if you do have trouble on it, feel free to ask around and see if you can get some help from people. Right, so I'm going to lure this blue snake in with Ice Bolt so I can get away from the other blue snake. I don't know if snakes have multi-aggro, but just in case. Alright, so my counterattack does 100% of my attack and 50% of my enemies. Well, Windmill does 100% of my own base damage. So actually, counterattack is a better choice at rank F, just for damage, because you probably do more. Plus, counterattack gets a bonus critical chance. Then again, Windmill ignores protection when factoring in critical. So on these lower level mobs, they won't have much protection, so it won't really matter. But in later dungeons, it probably would. The thing you want to know is, though, that counterattack will burn stamina the longer you stay in it. It burns pretty fast at lower ranks. At higher ranks, it actually burns a whole lot less stamina, but it costs more to activate it, so it kind of gets a trade-off. So at early levels, it's great to use if you're being attacked, but you don't want to stay in it too long if you can help it. Might be better to switch to defense if the monster hasn't attacked you yet, or something like that, just so you're not sitting there using stamina like mad. Oh, something will respond. Yep, werewolves. Okay, so yeah, normally there will be a whole lot of werewolves, I believe, in 5. There'd be like a whole room full of them. Now, the tricky thing about werewolves is that they have passive defense. Now, I'm not entirely sure if I've explained. There it is. Oh, wow. Okay, then. Well, that was passive defense. You can see that the wolf didn't... gotta explain this while this wolf's bearing down on me. Alright, so basically, there's 3 kinds of passive defense. There's melee passive defense, mage passive defense, and range passive defense. Now, that's kind of the broad terms for them. They actually have their own... Switch that. My hammer will give me better stun, so I'll be able to work with a little more things here. Do a little more things easier. You can do combo plus smash. With short swords, you're just kind of open more to lag possibilities of killing you and whatnot. But at any rate, there's 3 kinds of passive defense, one for each of the main styles of attack. Puppetry attacks count as melee attacks. Alchemy attacks usually count as mage attacks. So they're kind of all covered, even if there's more than just range, mage, and melee skill sets. Oh, these spiders are nice and weak. Did that in one combo. At any rate, basically what they do, there's 3 levels. There's level 1, 2, and 3. Level 1 it will only sometimes activate. And I don't think there's very much of a damage penalty when it activates. So the mob will basically not be as stunned from your attacks, and so they will be able to automatically retaliate, almost as if they'd use defense. Since players are stunned less now than before Genesis, you can actually keep on, if you have slower stunning weapons, because the passive defense, to my knowledge, only basically lowers the stun, but if you have a high stun weapon, you're probably still going to stun it for a bit. So if you have slow moving weapons, you'll probably be able to continue your combo. However, if passive defense triggers again, the monster will usually get the next hit in. I don't need that for an event that's long gone by now. But so anyway, if you have slow moving weapons, you don't need to worry about it as much. But if it activates, if it activates once, you won't need to worry about it. If it activates twice, it'll become more of a problem. And then the second level reduces the damage even more than the first level, if the first level reduces damage at all. But it is also is more likely to activate, I believe. And the third level always activates and reduces all damage to 1. So it's not necessarily something you want to be fighting if that's the only skill set you have. That's why Mabadon is really good to hybrid, at least in some other skills a little bit, so that you're not completely useless when, say, you're a meleeer and you fight an enemy with rank or level 3 melee passive defense. But early on, you won't be fighting very many enemies with passive defenses, so except for some few notable exceptions I'll go over in a bit. So you don't need to worry about too over much, and especially about hybriding to prevent uselessness due to passive defense. But it's just something to keep in mind. In the later dungeon G1, oh garb. Okay, got my defense off. In the later dungeons, the later G1 dungeons, the gargoyles will have passive defense, which can mess you up pretty good if you're not prepared for it. And the skeletons will also have passive defense, if the heavy armor skeletons at least will also have passive defense in those dungeons. Yeah. And then there's also mage and range passive defense. Those work a tad differently in that they always, if the monster has passive defense, they'll always activate. See, I knew that was gonna happen. I hate when you get kind of decent with that. I'm gonna switch my warhammer. Combo better. They'll always activate. Ooh, it's also actually upgraded, but I'm not upgrading because I'm running everything on this character at rank 1 or rank F. A lot of games, level 1's the worst, so sometimes, kind of get rank dyslexic. Run it on stamina. Frequent use of smash and windmill will kind of burn your stamina pretty good, because windmill at least takes... I guess windmill doesn't take more stamina. Right, rank F. Use the potions, just anyway. I'm only level 22, I'm 83, so I'm actually leveled up from this dungeon somewhere. But anyway, magic and range passive defenses, which are mana deflector and natural shield by name, though that's not really all important, will basically reduce the damage, will always activate when hit with that respective attack style, and they reduce damage per level, also just like melee does. One of the notable examples is that golems have mage passive defense, so if you ever, that's why I used firebolt instead of one of the other bolts against them, because firebolt will always knock the thing down unless it has advanced heavy standard, which is another thing I'll talk about in a moment. Ooh, wait, there's a hallway there. Is it? Oh, there is a room. Is there something in the room? Oh, there's a locked door I don't have a key to, so I'll probably have to backtrack in here. But any rate, Firebolt will always knock it down, so it will, the mana deflector will take away some of the damage from your Firebolt, but it'll still knock the golem down because it's Firebolt, so that's how I use that. Ooh, green gremlin. So these are actually similar to gargoyles in the fact that they only have one really strong swing, and that they can fly and also use the stomp skill. If you remember from Seer, the golem had the stomp skill. And gremlins, gargoyles also they hit like one really powerful strike. That's kind of their deal. When you get stronger, the strike won't seem so powerful. But here, even in defense, oh, I was using smash. I think it's smash. Now he's switching skills. All right. Another fun fact: you can't really see what they're using because of their chat bubbles. See if I can use defense on his normal attack. Alright. You can press Control N. Yeah, see, even in defense, it hit me all the way into deadly. So, I don't want to let him do that again. If he hits me one more time, I lose. It'll be very annoying if he starts using Stomp. Alright, so I'm going to heal up some more. Alright, he's using defense. And he's up against the wall, so I'm going to immediately load counterattack, because he's going to get up and try to hit me right away. Or not. Usually that's what I try to do, but he's practically in deadly right now, so one ice bolt should do that. Then level 23. Nicely done. There's that key we needed. So, they have one powerful strike, so you're going to want to try to avoid defense. That's where counterattack and a windmill are going to be your friends, because neither of them allows the enemy to actually hit you. Because they're so powerful, counterattack is really going to be one of your friends there, because it'll do all of your damage and also 50% whatever their damage was, and you're seeing that I was doing a 120 with counterattack, which is definitely above my normal damage when I regularly melee things. Oh, bears. Bears are gonna be fun. But yeah, that's kind of past defense in the long shot. The one thing you will run into them with is the Nightmare Humanoid, which I'll talk about more when that part of Let's Play comes up. If you're quick enough, you can get an regular combo plus smash, which is known affectionately by Mab and I players as N plus smash, N being whenever is the number of combo hits you can normally get in. And since smash does 200% of my damage, I guess it really doesn't matter because I have two swords, but what smash does is it adds together the damage of the two swords when you use it with two swords, so you have more than just a single swing of your sword. See, I'm doing about 30 with each swing, I do about 90 with smash. So, it's better to get a full combo in than just one smash. But if you can manage throwing a smash in as your last combo, then you can out-damage just pure smash or pure combos. So, it'd be better if I had something like broadsword or something that were slower and gave you more stun to work with. But if you're quick enough, you could even N plus something with daggers, even though it's very difficult because you have to have like no latency or lag or anything. Yeah, that was 57, so it's much better to get a defense off, and then, because just with one combo, with one like swing of each sword, I do more damage than my counterattack does. Now, if something against like gremlins or gargoyles, where they will hurt me really bad, even if I have defense, then you're going to want to use counterattack just for that, but you can also do lots of damage back to them because they're high damage thrown back in their face. Which brings up to an interesting thing once you get fairly powerful in the game, because it starts becoming where monsters can't really do, well, like weak monsters can't really do damage to you unless they counter you. I've almost died from getting countered by my own smash, because even though the monsters have such weak counters, I can just do so much more damage on my giant that it just really hurts. Oh, no. Small silver gems, if you didn't know, you can trade 5 of them in. I know the Chiricano General Store sells the quest for it, but you can turn 5 of them in for about 1k, it might be 1.2k. But if you don't want to go all the way through the quest, they still sell for 113 each to the NPC stores. Ouch. The snakes are beating me up now. So, for new players, those are fairly good sources of money. And I just took a risk there and tried to do N+1. Now, I believe I talked about this as Warhammers, but just as you can throw in a smash to the end of your combo, you can actually lengthen your combo by pausing for a moment. What? Snakes? Oh, okay. There's 3 snakes there. Oh, I died. And a lot of stuff lost their blessing. And ankle pattern boots dropped, I think is what that said. Yep. Alright, so revive at last. Okay. Yes. I lost my boots. That's lame. What's in my hair? Oh, that's my hammer. You can see it's kind of here. Anyway, so I died. That was lame. And like I said, Death of Mabinogi is no stranger. You will face it and face it often. That is no fault of your own. It's just that Mabinogi, the players are made a bunch squishier than other games most of the time. There are some games where players get killed, especially early on. You just don't have the defense or the health to really tank a lot of hits. Monsters in Mabinogi hit pretty hard at the low levels, and so the basic strategy is to not get hit. If you can avoid getting hit at all, then you're doing pretty good. I need to go this way. Alright, so those are snakes, and that's why I kind of got confused since... Wait, is there 3 snakes? I thought there's 3 snakes. At any rate, it's kind of good to lead out the enemies away from the groups, because that way you won't target the wrong one, like I think I just did a while back. And you'll also avoid multiple of them attacking you at the same time if their AI allows them to do that. Not all monsters will double team you. Most monsters will double team you if you attack them all. If you just, run around and hit them all once, then they'll all come after you. But if you're just, fighting other enemies around them, they'll usually leave you alone unless you attack them. Or if you're not aggroed at all, if nothing's attacking you, then you're kind of up for grabs at the time, and they will fight you that way. These orbs are particularly annoying because they just spawn 5 snakes every time, which aren't too difficult. I mean, they did kill me, but as long as you keep your head about you, they're not over difficult. It's just there's 5 of them, and it takes a while. Come at me. The thing about Ice Bolt is it also causes most monsters' AI to just run straight at you and try to normal attack you, which is why Counter and Ice Bolt are like best friends, because Ice Bolt will make the monster run at you, and then Counter will counter them when they try to attack you. And these snakes seem to have fairly fast aggro, which is making them right after I kill one, another one will start coming at me. Which, as long as you're prepared for, isn't too difficult. Just make sure you have defense, counter, or windmill ready to intercept the incoming blow. Because so far they haven't loaded any skills to try and come at me with. Alright, there's 2 snakes. I'm gonna Ice Bolt 1, and then have it come at me. Now I'm looking down at my stamina, and I was really close to the end of my stun period there. It looks like Smash is actually what's driving my stamina down, because it looks like it takes about 4 or 5 stamina to load up. Use my potions for beginners since I get those every day almost. Alright, so this is the last snake, and one of the orbs will always open the gate. So I've hit 3 orbs, so the next orb will open the gate no matter what. Which is good, because taking these snakes down takes a bit of time, like I said. And this is probably going to be a long video, but with these dungeon runs, it's kind of be expected, especially solo. I'm probably not going to solo the Generation 1 ending dungeon, just because it would take a long time, and if you die and there's no one to res you, it's pretty lame. Now this is actually really interesting. I've never seen a bear in a mimic pit. But bears also hit, well, I guess they don't hit too hard. But bears are just big, so don't fear them too much. They will pull a couple tricks on you, like how he's desummoning Smash before he comes towards me, so that you know, if you try to normal attack him, we would get in kind of a stalemate where I try to normal attack and he tries to normal attack me, and one of us will either both get hit, I'll get hit, or he'll get hit, and it's kind of a guessing game at that. But another thing bears love to do is to start loading defense and to cancel it right away. So that's the main thing you really want to watch for in bears, because they'll do it all the time. So if you see them load defense, wait a second just to see if they keep it up before loading smash, because if they cancel it and come running at you with normal attack, your smash is not going to be able to do very well against their normal attack, and read very well as not at all. And now I believe I talked about before, but it's always good, nice to review. Mimic foamer scrolls you can actually turn in for, you can turn 10 of them in for 6K. So they're basically worth 600 a piece, which is quite a bit of money for these lower level dungeons. Ow. And rank F windmill may have a fairly low range, but you can still hit some of the mimics in these hallway mimic pits, like right here, and that will allow you to finish them all off, or just double windmill them if they stay in a group like those three. This mimic went into deadly. He's particularly late to live, but they only gained him 1 extra hit. And I believe I've also talked about wounds before, but again, it's always nice to refresh. You can see how my health bar isn't going up all the way. I mean, I have that little sliver of health that I don't have anyway. But as far as HP potions, I can't heal past that black bar. I would go, I would need to do something like go to a healer or have bandage used on me, whether I use them on myself or have someone else use them on me, to get rid of those. So he actually stayed with the... Oh, then he canceled it. Bears have been liking to cancel things a whole lot faster than before. Normally, if they cancel defense, they cancel it really soon, but that one waited just a second longer than I usually think they do. But at any rate, I would need more, I would need bandages like here. Let's do it right now. It's more effective if you're sitting down with a bandage, but you can't sit down and use the bandage on yourself at the same time. And so I guess I haven't learned first aid, so it's not really doing me any good. So if you go to the life tab, there's first aid. I'll rank it up to rank F. I'm allowing myself rank F. Wait, first aid's in cleric? I didn't know that. Kind of makes sense, but anyway, so now I should actually be able to heal myself a little bit, because I have rank F instead of rank novice. Alright, then you see it kind of gained it back. That's how that goes. I'm gonna kill these rats just because with a low level character, all the money is good money. I believe Grey Town Rat Farmer Scrolls give you 1.7k for turning in 10, which isn't very much compared to Mimics, but Mimics really are kind of the outlier. Like bats and spiders will give you like 900, and I think spiders give you like 500, and foxes will give you 700, I believe. Ow. The thing about mimics is I do believe they can wound you, and that's probably where some of my wounds are from. Oh, that's not a assault slash. I was still hitting F10, and F10 isn't even given to anything. So there's the dungeon key. Keep on. I think Fiodh's only 1 floor. Even normal Fiodh, not even just because this is like technically like the G1 version of Fiodh, because I'm on this quest. And so like there should have been more bears, I believe, for instance, and there should be more gremlins and werewolves. So I think the spawns are reduced. It's still taking me a fairly long time, so it's a fairly long dungeon. But like I said, you can have a party with you, and that will allow you to go through faster, especially if those party members are particularly good. Wow, that was weird. Just all of a sudden, I lost my train of thought and became silent. It's like, oh, let's stop talking. It has been a while since I've done these videos, so I'm still trying to get back into the feel of it. Hopefully I'll be able to put these out more. I would like to finish G1 before I'm done with break. So, okay, here we go. We have a red grizzly bear cub. So it's only a cub. That's good. and so it should be a little less threatening than those other red bears. And we got gremlins. Now, I'm going to low defense, but then start walking backwards, because I don't want those gremlins to dual aggro me with this bear. I'm not entirely sure it's possible for that to happen, but better safe than sorry. See, that was how bears usually load defense. They load it when they're flying back, and then immediately cancel it. But that other one loaded defense, actually got it up, and then it went for me. So on these gremlins again, you're going to want to use counter and windmill as your friend. So you can use ice bolt to lure them towards you. Basically, you can use bolt counters to some extent. Because you're not going to want to get defense. Gremlins aren't like as aggressive as golems. They don't run at you every time after counter, so that's good. And if they load defense, go ahead and load a smash. That gremlin noticed me, and then, oh, I'm in defense. I didn't think about that. Defense is just like kind of a gut reaction skill. And I really don't want a windmill because that mimic might come at me after I do that. Okay, thankfully the mimic didn't aggro me. Probably because the gremlin was already aggroed on me, so it was like, oh, I'll let the gremlin finish him off. So I'm going to run backwards to get more time to get counter on a cooldown, and yeah, that will help. Alright, now I'm going to heal up. Oh wow, he sent me pretty deep into deadly. So basically you can go into deadly as far as you can go into full health. So I believe it is that you can go into 100, like negative 100% health is what it is. So I could go to negative 84 health in deadly. No target means this is the real chest. And I'm gonna go finish off these mimics to get some extra cash from Farmer Scrolls. I actually have a full stack of mimic scrolls. So that's 6k right there. Evan and Dunbarton will sell quests to cash in your mimic scrolls. Duncan and Turkano will also do that. Comgan and Bangor is another one. I'm just gonna skip that werewolf. He's not worth the trouble. Might as well do it for experience sake, but and not so much in-game game experience as fighting and passive defense monsters on this character. But see, with the slower stunning weapons, you can actually continue your combo. You just don't want to continue it very far past that, because they're very likely to... Oh, and there I kind of ate my words. Let me put it this way. If you have a slow stunning weapon, you're much more likely to be able to continue your combo. I guess not a sure thing. I may have just been slow to click on it too, which is the other thing. So you're basically going to want to, one of the better ways I think is to hit it once and then use smash, because even if they ping on smash, it'll knock them away, and that will allow you to prepare some sort of counter defense. It will reduce your smash damage, but at least you'll get some damage in and be able to do that. You might want to use the whole counter ice bolt windmill combination on werewolves just so they don't ping. Or after defense, if you're quick enough, you can just straight load smash and hit them with that instead of going to a normal attack. So you just want to basically minimize the number of hits. So this is the case where dual wielding would seem to not be as effective, but the funny thing about dual wielding is if it doesn't ping on the first hit, it won't ping on the second. But if it does ping on the second hit, it will ping on the first. I mean, wait, no, what? If it pings on the first, it'll ping on the second. If it doesn't ping, it won't ping, is basically how it goes. It'll ping on both of them or none of them, is basically how it goes. Now, I'm just going to load smash, get in with here. He's in defense, so I'm going to get behind him and hit him with smash so that I'm against the wall. And he, oh, garbage, windmill. I didn't know, I remember what was have that. So, I load defense automatically. Windmill will, they will be able to activate against defense, but, on backwards, charge, ice bolt. Okay. It seems monsters like to cancel skills a whole lot faster than they used to. Alright, that's smash. I'm just gonna whack him once because he's almost dead. There we go, and a level up. Thank you, werewolf, for getting our wounds back up. Yeah, if you level up, it will also restore your wounds, so that's good stuff. I feel like there's a topic I was talking about and never really finished talking about it. kind of minimizing your hits on passive defense monsters. I think what I was saying. That's kind of the safest way to do it. You don't necessarily have to if you're awesome and just want to tank it out, but that can get you in some real deep trouble, especially with gargoyles, because they hit hard. They're like the gremlins, where they're one hit, but they're one very powerful hit, so counterattack's going to be your friend. Windmill is kind of like counterattack in that you get to do damage instead of taking damage. However, Windmill doesn't take any of your opponent's damage, it's all your damage. So if you're against a heavy hitting enemy, counterattack becomes even more powerful than it used to be. And you can also follow up counterattack with Assault Slash, like that enemy is basically dead. So I just followed up with Assault Slash to finish it off. And if you're feeling rather gutsy, or you're getting something that won't do very much damage to you, you can Assault Slash, and then load Defense, and that'll continue right back into a normal combo. Oh, here's another werewolf. Switching to my Warhammer, just gonna load up and smash him right in the face. There we go. I'm gonna do that since I have counter. Oh, see if he cancels it before he gets to me. Yeah, they seem to hold like that smash fake. It seems to be Monster's new favorite thing. I've had lots of monsters do that to me, and the problem with it is they can do it so fast. Here, so I'm gonna load smashes right up so that even if he pings, I'm good. I seem to love that smash fake, and then I've seen monsters do it so fast that it still looks like they're trying to use smash on me. So I'm going to load defense and walk out of his windmill radius. They don't have a very large windmill radius, but you don't want to get windmilled because it knocks you down and they can run up to you and hit you and whatnot. Boom. Eat that smash in the face. Near the key. Alright, so kind of spiraling in this dungeon. It's kind of like, whew, kind of fun. Went through a long foresty path. I really don't like Fiodh, to be honest, because all the grass kind of can ruin your visibility. I'm purposely doing it right now. Over time, I've kind of been able to ignore it, but at first I felt so claustrophobic in Fiodh, because I have to be, when I was zooming out really far, like the trees would block it, kind of. Maybe they fixed it so that trees don't block it, but even if you're like this, where you can see the tree but it's not really blocking your view, monsters can be down there, and that can kind of limit your view, and I just don't like it. I don't like cluttered screen spaces, which is why I close the map out often when I'm in the field. Not so much in dungeons, because you can't actually